Hey guys, Pastor Gary here from the Oasis. I just want to encourage you to get on board with what God is doing in Rollins, Wyoming. I really believe that now is the time, okay, for us to get on board to catch what God is doing. There's some things happening in the ministry, both here in Rollins, but I think in our nation and in our state that are very encouraging for me as a pastor. After being in ministry for 25 years and seeing what God does and how He does it, I've often noticed that when the sheep start getting hungry, it's because they understand that God is on the move and God is doing something. And what we've seen even here on Wednesday nights, our midweek service, that we have as many or more people on Wednesday night as we do on Sunday morning. And what that tells me as a pastor is that people are hungry for the things of God. Being a rancher and a farmer for most of my life, I also understand that when the livestock are hungry, you can tell. You go out to where they feed and they come to that area, and that's what's happening here at the Oasis. We're on kind of a growth in something supernatural happening as far as momentum that has been built. I think it started back before the whole coronavirus and all that. We had a momentum that God was building and starting to do something in our community and in the church. It was starting to grow. Well, then the whole coronavirus thing happened. But now that we're back meeting again, I see that happening again, where that momentum is still there and that God is on the move. And so I'm trying to stay on top of it as a pastor and to make sure that we're staying in line with that, doing the things that need to be done. So we're starting some leadership classes. I want to be able to train people up, because when you go out into the pasture and the livestock all come because they want to eat something, you need to feed them or feed them even more. And that's what we're going to do, is get the Word of God into people until the Christians are so full that they're then going out, and we can send people out into our community and their workplaces and their homes and families and start transforming our community from the inside out. Letting God do what God does, letting Jesus do what Jesus did on the cross, and to be able to expand that in our community. So the times of refreshing come from the presence of the Lord. It says that in Acts 3:19, and that's what I believe is happening here. Whether you're kind of on the fringes, you're not real sure if you're on the fence, and maybe you want to come, maybe you haven't never come to the Oasis, but now is the time to come to the Oasis. Now is the time to come and feel that warm family environment, that faith-filled family environment. If you've been coming, you already know about that. You've already seen and had a taste of it. But I also want to ask, if you're not from the community, maybe you can't physically come to the church, but please pray for what God is doing here in Rollins, Wyoming, because God is up to something. There's something building spiritually, a momentum, and I'm on board with it, with God, and I want to get as many other people in on it as we can. So I hope you'll come out, hope you'll be a part of it, and I hope to see you soon.